Good morning. Welcome back to our morning devotion on Wednesday. And today we are going to cover on Judges chapter 10. The book of Judges is very interesting. It's a time when there's no king, and it's a time where people do what is right in their own eyes. And there were a lot of wickedness. And in chapter 10, we find three judges are mentioned: Tola, Jair, and Jephthah. Tola served for 23 years and little is mentioned, just a small little paragraph. Jair, he served for 22 years, but what is interesting is it mentioned about his son, 30 sons with 30 donkeys, and they were judging the people, acting like a king, living a luxurious life. And then later on we see Jephthah. But Jephthah is to continue to read in chapter 11. But the three lessons that we can draw from this chapter is this, is that we are separated from God because of our sin. And here we see the people continue to live in wickedness, and that is why God sent in these judges to help govern them and to bring peace to the land. And so the first lesson, are we separated from God because of the sin that we still keep? Are we still sinning in our lives? I pray that we will not be in that state, but we continue to seek God, which is the second lesson that we can pick up from here. If we look at verse 10 of chapter 10, it says that, "Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord, 'We have sinned against you, forsaking our God and serving the Baals,'" or Baals, or depending on how we pronounce the name of that deity. Whenever we sin, it is good for us to know that God is faithful and is able to forgive us. And so the people realize that, and they seek God's face to receive His forgiveness. And that's the second thing that we can learn from the chapter 10 of Judges. The third thing that we can pick up from Judges chapter 10 is that we need to submit to God. God's will, God's intent, even if He says no to us. It's so easy to accept a yes, but when God says no to us, are we going to remain faithful? These are so important for us. We are separated from God because of our sin, and we need to seek Him because we need His forgiveness. And sometimes God shows us hard love. Are we able to accept them? It is interesting that many of us struggle in this area. But as we continue to read chapter 10, even though God says no, the people continue to seek the Lord and submit to Him. And that is one precious lesson that I have drawn from this morning reading of Judges chapter 10. It's an example of accepting hard love, to accept that even though God says no, He still loves us and He still continues to want us to enjoy the best of our life on earth. And so may the Lord bless you as you continue to live life on earth. There are many things that we have done that is displeasing to God. But if we learn to seek His face and submit to His perfect will, God continue to make His presence felt and His love filling our life that will ooze out the fruit of the Spirit in our being. May the Lord bless you, and may the Lord continue to enrich your faith. God bless.